Bonjour à tous, ici Sprullex et bienvenue dans ce 8e épisode de Let's Play sur The Forgotten City. Alors, maintenant qu'on a compris ce qui se passait ici, on va pouvoir peut-être lui parler, non? Non, bon bah on s'en va alors. Ah, petit chargement. Atteindre l'entrée du palais, très bien. Ah oui, et je peux passer par là. Très bien. Bah déjà on va aller voir. Bon, on va regarder un peu les quêtes. Non, c'est pas ça. Alors, point de départ, qu'est-ce que créer un paradoxe temporel? Si je me ferais catapulter vers ma propre époque, si je parviens à créer un paradoxe, il faudrait que je change le cours de l'histoire pour que ma présence dans le passé devienne impossible. Par exemple, Santus dit que si j'empêche le péché qui enfreint la règle d'or, alors il ne créera pas le portail, il sera impossible d'atterrir dans le passé. Un paradoxe. Ouais, d'accord. La règle d'or, découvrir qui est la personne la plus susceptible d'enfreindre la règle d'or et informer Santus. Ok. Ah oui. D'accord, bon. Disparition. Cynthia, la cadette du magistrat, a disparu dans de mystérieuses circonstances. Mais comment peut-on disparaître dans une cité qui ne comprend ni porte de sortie ni crime? Demandez que Julia vous parle du plan d'évasion de Cynthia. Demandez des indices sur la disparition de Cynthia aux habitants des deux villes. Alors, dire à Lucretia comment soigner les rhumatismes, c'est l'écorce de saule. Ah oui, ça c'est une bonne idée.
Welcome.
Ah bah justement.
Feeling all right?
J'ai trouvé un remède contre vos rhumatismes. Enfin,
You
les
made it into
rhumatismes.
the palace. I'm impressed. How is Nevia?
Elle est en vie, mais souhaite qu'on la laisse tranquille. Et le traitement, c'est de l'écorce de saule.
Willowback. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some. I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
Ok, très bien. Écorce de saule. Prendre l'objet. Hein. D'accord, je peux m'en charger.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did.
Ok, bah je m'en vais. Hein.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Alors justement, Julia.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Puis-je vous demander ce qui vous est arrivé?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Je veux savoir comment quelqu'un a pu vous empoisonner sans enfreindre la règle d'or. Et vous inquiète au sujet de la règle d'or.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Ce sont eux qui vous ont empoisonné.
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
Je ne vous aiderai pas, moi, que vous me disiez ce qui s'est passé.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
J'ai tout mon
All
temps.
right. I'd been here about a week. When it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Car vous pensiez que vous seriez parti d'ici avant même d'avoir remboursé le prêt?
I'm not proud of it, but yes. I was surprised he agreed to it, to be honest. But I was so happy to have the money I didn't question it. I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was?
Suicide.
Hemlock.
Ah bah oui, la ciguë. Oh non.
Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Vous essayez de vous sortir de cette situation.
Of course. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
Oh, vous êtes empoisonné.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
Vous n'êtes pas totalement innocente dans l'histoire. C'est même désolé de l'entendre. On va
I
rester.
brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
Que va-t-il vous arriver maintenant?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
Pardon, que puis-je faire pour vous aider?
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Vous n'envisagez... Enfin... Vous n'envisagez pas de l'enfreindre, n'est-ce pas?
No, of course not. I would never. But... I can dream.
J'ai une meilleure idée. Combien coûterait votre liberté?
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
Ok, découvrir comment empêcher le pieux de se suicider. Je pourrais peut-être l'aider.
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but... thank you.
Je vais voir ce que je peux
All
faire.
right, but please don't take too long.
Que savez-vous sur la disparition de Cynthia?
No. I did hear from Ulpius that she disappeared. It's very sad. She was such a lovely young woman. But I'd been locked in Malleolus's villa for months before she went missing, so I can't help you, I'm afraid.
Très bien.
You mean my
votre
life
histoire?
story? Oh, well, I grew up as part of a big family in Rome. Me and 3 older sisters. Our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while, until 7 months ago when the fires came. My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river and then... the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
Ça me désole de l'entendre.
Thank you. But to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing, given what's happened since.
Je comprends. Connaissez-vous un moyen de sortir
If
d'ici?
that's your idea of a joke, it's not funny. Go away.
Oups. Bon. C'est vrai, c'était pas très
Apollo,
smart
keep
de
you
ma
safe.
part. Ok, alors Rufus. On écoute avec leurs oreilles, bah oui. De qui tu parles, je ne sais pas, mais... Donc là-bas, il y a... Ça servira à quoi? Ah, je peux pas pour l'instant. D'accord. Il y a un chemin par ici. Peut-être la dernière bouteille de vin de toute la cité. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il dit? Les ombres exsangues errent sans chair ni os. D'accord, c'est encore autre chose ça. une bouteille de vin. Fait un peu noir par ici, hein. Ok, j'arrive ici. Bon, faut que je remonte. Voilà, ok. On arrive ici.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Je revis le même jour encore et encore.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
Comme Sisyphe, comment ça?
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again, for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Bellides had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were. Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
Vous êtes quelqu'un de bien, Galerius.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
Ok, très bien.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Alors,
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Name's Rufius.
Don't you
But
just
watch your
love
step.
springtime?
au sujet de vos rhumatismes,
What business is that of yours?
j'ai découvert un remède. Mangez un morceau de cette écorce de sol, vous devriez vous sentir mieux en un rien de temps.
Willow bark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one.
Alors, connaissez-vous un moyen de sortir
No,
d'ici?
I don't. I did hear a rumor that Aurelia, the tavern keeper,
Ah, c'est
has
le...
been offering to sell a way out. But I barely have two sesterci to rub together.
Que pensez-vous de la règle d'or?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Que voulez-vous dire?
I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong.
Ah, j'aurais dû faire
We're
l'autre.
one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
Qu'est-ce qui arrive selon vous?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
Je pense que vous avez raison.
That doesn't help me.
Pour qui allez-vous voter?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Puis-je faire quelque chose pour changer cela?
No.
Voilà. Vous avez dit m'être redevable, vous vous souvenez?
Who do you want me to vote for?
Sentius.
Fine. I'll vote for Sentius. But no more favors. We're square.
Ok,
See
très
you
bien.
around.
Wow, isn't that a big
Que
long
l'acheteur soit
bow?
vigilant. Alors. Oui. Toute petite
Citizen.
seconde. Voilà.
Vote for Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern.
Allez, on va parler à Aurélia.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to
On va essayer
visit.
de la draguer un peu.
I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
Vous êtes aussi charmante que belle.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
Quoi, c'est vous qui avez essayé de me séduire.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Bon, bah, c'est tout.
All right, see ya.
Horatius. Pour qui allez-vous
Not that it's any of
voter?
your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Puis-je vous aider?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Très bien. Trouver un moyen de forcer Malleolus à se retirer.
I
Connaissez-vous
went
un moyen de
around asking the
sortir?
same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
Ok, bon. Allez.
All right. Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Scintilla.
Donc, avec tout ça...
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai qui pourrait être intéressant? Ok, une solution permanente, une puce. Boîte de Pandore, découvrir pourquoi Olivia se comporte bizarrement. Peut-être qu'après 13 peut aider.
Olivia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
On ne vole rien. On reste sage. Oui, oui, je sais que tu as besoin de mon aide. Qu'est-ce que tu crois que je fais là? Tu crois que je me balade pour le plaisir? Note incomplète. Découvrir qui menace Virgile. Oh, c'est votre dernier avertissement pêcheur. Un mot incomplet adressé aux pêcheurs. Ok. Ah. Demandez à Fabien qui menace Virgile. Bon ben. Dire à Santius que vous suspectez un Rufus. Un pénis. Comme quoi, de tout temps, les gens dessinaient des formes phalliques. Ah oui, d'accord, c'est ici, tout simplement. J'avais oublié. Ah.
The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Sentius.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus.
Ok,
That's
donc
more
là,
like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy
bon bah ça va
the
vite
freedom you
tourner au
deserve.
carnage, j'imagine.
No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence, to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to
Okay.
get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is, a children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man. It's real!
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Bon, bah... Aïe, ça pique. Allez. On reprend les couloirs du temps. Ah, j'ai une lampe torche. Ah oui. Ah oui, d'accord. Bon bah. Ok, bon bah on va s'arrêter là. Hein. Donc merci d'avoir regardé, j'espère que ça vous a plu. N'hésitez pas à me dire ce que vous en avez pensé dans les commentaires. Mettez des pouces en l'air, abonnez-vous pour ne pas rater la suite. Et portez-vous bien. Bye.